Good evening and welcome to another edition of HGP Sport for today. I'm JADON Samuels. Thanks for joining us. Cricket news. The Guyana Jaguars, hunting their 10th 50 overs title, got this year's tournament going with a 2-wicket win over the West Indies B team at the Brian Charles Lara Stadium in Trinidad on Thursday. The details in this report. The locals, inserting West Indies B to bat first, did well with the ball to restrict them to 185 for 8 when their 50 overs expired. Ramal Lewis 2 for 17 from 10 overs. Versamy Pramal 3 for 34 from 10. Ransford Beaton 2 for 36 from 8 were the bowlers operating for Guyana. Batting for the West Indies B side, 26-year-old Bajan Justin Greaves led the way with 55 from 88 balls, featuring a 6 and a 4. Kevin Sinclair made 37, while Ronaldo Cato chipped in with 37. In reply, the Jaguars lost 3 early wickets to be at 40 for 3 at one point, but debutant Kemal Savory, replacing an injured Anthony Bramble, kept the target on course with a solid 71 from 146 balls. Other contributions came from Christopher Barnwell, 31. Jonathan Fu made 28, Guyana Jaguars winning by 2 wickets. Meanwhile, centuries from Darren Bravo and Jeremy Salanzo saw Trinidad and Tobago overcome the 238 comfortably made by the Windwards yesterday. Meanwhile, Barbados won by 75 runs at Warner Park, Basseterre over Jamaica. Barbados made 265 in their 50 overs as Jamaica replied with 190 in 39.5 overs. JADON Samuels, HGP Sport. Turning our attention to some boxing news, Guyana's Elton Dari will take to the ring once again, this time matching fists with Australian Andrew Maloney for the interim World Boxing Association World Super Flyweight title. The details in this report. This bout is set for November 15 and will take place at Margaret Court Arena in Melbourne, Australia. Maloney, also called the Monster, boasts 20 wins, 13 coming via the knockout route, no loss and no draw, as against Dari's 24 wins, 14 knockouts, 5 losses and 1 draw. This bout is set to be interesting since Dari's 5 losses occurred in the very early part of his career and he has not lost a fight since 2010, but since then he has chalked up 21 wins from as many fights to date. Maloney, an Australian born, is a natural flyweight at age 28 and is currently going through his final paces before he goes into fight mode as his opponent, the Coley Bully, age 33, a son of Enterprise Village on the east coast of Demerara. The fight will be televised through ESPN Plus app, and if Guyanese are able to download this app, they may be able to see this fight. JADON Samuels, HGP Sport. Taking a look at Domino, Orin Boston's 6 emerged winners of the Frederick Haley featured Domino's tournament held recently at Everest Cricket Club Pavilion, Camp Road, Georgetown. In a fiercely contested encounter which went right down to the wire, Boston's 6 tallied 79 games to edge out Bihari's 6 on 77 and Haley's 6, which ended in cellar position on 74. The game wasn't decided until the final sitting after only one game separated the 3 teams. Both the Bihari Haley's teams deadlocked on 63 and Boston's 6 was a mere 1 game away on 62. In the end, Boston 6 prevailed after marking 17 games in the final sitting, which saw Bihari scoring 14 and Haley's managing 12 games. And finally in sport this evening, Australia 109 without loss, Aaron Finch 52, David Warner 48 beat Pakistan 106 for 8 by 10 wickets. Colwyn Abrams is following.
Australia disposed of Pakistan with a brutal efficiency in front of a crowd of 22,626 persons. A gleeful Aaron Finch sent the tourists into bat on a lively Perth stadium pitch, and Pakistan never recovered from the loss of 3 wickets inside their power play. Additionally, the Australians folded and caught with rare polish, ensuring that very few Pakistani mistakes went unpunished. A final tally of 106 for 8 was about all that can be expected of Pakistan as they fell into a deep T20 international hole that had also seen them whitewashed at home by Sri Lanka prior to this tournament. Australia then represented their bowling. Australia's power play was worth 56 after Warner, riding in Finch's early slipstream, as is becoming increasingly customary, burst into life with a precise straight drive, then a controlled hook off the bowling of Mohammad Amir. The winning runs arrived with all of 49 balls to spare, as Finch lifted a drive off wide mid-off and away to the boundary to complete 8 wins from 8 for Australia and an unbeaten calendar year in the T20 format. Clinical and precise, calm and clear, Finch's team now has a very sturdy template for winning next year's T20 World Cup on home soil. Would West Indies retain the T20 World Cup title, or would it be Australia? For the HGP Sports, Colwyn Abrams.
That concludes our cast for this evening. I'm Jadon Samuels, reminding you, as always, say yes to life, yes to sport, and no to drugs. Good night.